All right, still catching up on GAC videos. This one's against IN Donut Lord. He is in, I think, blue. Yeah, he set an absolute monster of a raid team. Couldn't get past it, which you will see. Maybe I could have played it a little better, different comps. But listen, he deserves this win because it's an absolute monster. Anyway, last video was talking about the markets. Let's take a break from the markets and Corona. Let's talk about Naked and Afraid XL. If you've watched my channel, you know that I have watched and love Naked and Afraid. The new season of Naked and Afraid XL just started on Sunday. Only one episode is out so far, but I don't know what it is about this show, but I love this show. I mean, aside from naked people, some of whom, believe it or not, are actually very attractive, but aside from that, there's something about this show. I mean, the name is cheesy, but whatever. It takes brass fucking balls to go anywhere naked for 21 days with like 2 items and survive. Naked and Afraid XL is 40 days. Like, what? I mean, at this rate, if only Discovery Channel had like half a dozen Naked and Afraid XLs lined up all go at once, because they would have been perfect timing for Corona, right? You just send, a dozen contestants with a film crew out into nowhere, isolated. Don't gotta worry about coronavirus out there. So in a way, maybe they're onto something. But I don't know what it is about the show. Both Naked and Afraid regular or vanilla and Naked and Afraid XL. There's just something about humans being thrown into those situations, because it's not even all about your physical abilities and your primitive survival skills, or whatever you want to call it. It's about your mental toughness. I mean, I've watched every single episode of Naked and Afraid and Naked and Afraid XL, and there have been plenty of people that I've been like, oh, this person's gonna fucking rock it, because, like, they're ex-military, they've done this, they've lived off the land, bing and a bam boom, and then just the mental toughness just is not there. Which is especially surprising when I see a retired military or service member tap out, because one would think that they have extreme mental toughness for having gone through the things that they have undoubtedly gone through. And that's not to say they don't have mental toughness if they tap out. They just might not have the right kind of mental toughness required for Naked and Afraid, because there is undoubtedly a tremendous difference in, being on a patrol with a firearm and a squad, which is not safe. It is very dangerous, and I commend and respect all service members that put their lives literally on the line for the rest of us that get to stay home, watch Naked and Afraid, and make GAC videos. But there is undoubtedly a different kind of mental toughness that is required for being a primitive survival specialist, and surviving with nothing. Literally like a cave person. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just love that fucking show. And some of the women are very, very attractive. In fact, many of the women are very, very attractive. And there are a couple handsome dudes. Jake Nodar. Go look him up on Instagram. He is very, very handsome. I mean, he could turn me without question. Yeah, I don't know. I love Naked and Afraid. Bella likes her shitty reality TV like 90 Day Fiance, and I like Naked and Afraid. The only thing that she and I both like is Botched. There's something about Botched that is like, I don't know. I don't hate it. 90 Day Fiance, I'm not really a fan of because most of those people are terrible fucking people, and yeah. But I don't know, something about Botched. The Dr. Terry Dubrow on Botched just seems like a really good, moral doctor with excellent bedside manner. And I'm sure that anyone and everyone that is watching this video has had that, at least that one doctor where you're like, dude, learn how to fucking talk to people. Yeah, because some doctors really just have zero bedside manner. I remember a doctor in Lenox Hill Hospital here in Manhattan where my fiance works, and my father was in and out of probably once every 2 months for the better part of 5 years for one thing or another, whether it was I mean, he had chronic pneumonia, he had arthritis, he had heart trouble. I mean, my dad had every single thing under the sun that you could conceivably think of. And he was in for his chronic pneumonia for like the sixth time 1 year. And this Asian doctor, and I'm Asian, so I can shit on him. This Asian doctor like pulls me and my sister out of his room, and he's like, listen, it doesn't look good, we need to start thinking about like DNR, which is do not resuscitate, and living will in case he's comatose, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, you need to get the fuck out of my face right now, because you don't know shit about him. He's literally been in for this 6 times this year, and he's out every time. And that's true. It was literally the only time I knew that something was not normal, so to speak, or not status quo for him, was the last time that he went in. He never came out. The only reason why I knew he wasn't coming out is because normally he was out within 2 or 3 days, and then this last time he was in a normal wing for 2 or 3 days, and then he got transferred to ICU. Not corona related. Better that it wasn't corona related, honestly, because then I wouldn't have gotten to say goodbye to him. But yes, all this to say, some doctors have some terrible bedside manner and really need to learn some fucking people skills. It's almost like a number of them are on the spectrum, and that's not making fun of people that are on the spectrum. That's making fun of doctors, because I don't know what it is, but I've met a few where I'm like, dude, did you ever have you ever interacted with another human being? Or, yeah, I don't get it. Anyway, all this to say, Terry Dubrow on Botched seems like a genuinely decent person and an excellent doctor. What other trash TV can we talk about? That's really all I watch. Love Naked and Afraid, man. If I wasn't a pack-a-day smoker and a pampered city kid, I would totally go on Naked and Afraid. Although I would be very self-conscious of my small Asian Jewish penis. That would be embarrassing. But maybe I would do the fan challenge. That could be really cool. They do a fan challenge where total amateurs with literally zero skills go on the show for 14 days as opposed to the normal 21 days. There have actually been a number of fans that have done the fan challenge, i.e. the 14-day challenge, finished it, gone on to the 21-day challenge, finished it, and then gone on to the 40-day challenge. That's fucking impressive. The one I can think of that did all 3 is this kid Max. Kind of a frat bro, but he did the 14-day, killed it. Did the 21-day, killed it. Did the 40-day, killed it. That dude is a badass. There are two survivalists that did 21 days. In fact, Laura did, I think, at least two 21 days. She may have even done 3 21 days, honestly, because she's just a glutton for punishment. Did a 40-day, then came back and did a 60-day, which was actually part of another group's 40-day. Can you imagine living in the middle of nowhere for 60 fucking days? I mean, that's literally as long as I've been cooped up in my apartment because of Corona. I don't even know what I would do if I didn't have my YouTube TV, my PlayStation, my phone for Swiggo, for Game of Thrones. Like, I've been bored doing this. How the fuck do you mentally survive 60 days in the wilderness? Like, I honestly, I don't get it. Look at that beast mode Ray team, by the way. Ray, Jedi Knight Revan, GK. I mean, that is just straight savage. Straight savage. And then you'll see me fuck up on it pretty shortly. Yeah. So that's how I occupied my day today. I mean, I was quote unquote working, but watching CNBC all day. And then now Bella's at work, so I'm watching My Naked and Afraid and recording these very late voiceovers. I still hate threes. I came in, I got 2 wins, I think, last round. I lost to this guy, Donut Lord, but I beat Parnfig, and my third opponent, who I'll make the video for that relatively soon too, maybe not tonight. But yeah, still hate threes, man. Threes are brutal. Yeah. Finally maxed my Rebel Y-Wing, so I may or may not try to test that a little bit in the coming days. If I do, I will, of course, put out a video. Because, excuse me. Because a couple people asked me about it. The consensus so far is that it does help in light side TB. In terms of arena, or fleet arena, I don't think it's going to do a whole lot because I don't see anybody running AA Rebels anymore. But we'll see. Well, I'll try it. I'll try it out against. I mean, it'll certainly help against maybe not. I'll see if it works against Malevolence and Negotiator. I'm not totally sold that it's going to bring AA Rebels up to a point where they're going to be good enough to beat Malevolence. Maybe it'll help out a little bit versus Negotiator. I will definitely try it. But first, you have to watch me shit the bed versus this Ray team, which I admittedly misplay, but I don't think that the end result would have been really any different. Alright, so you'll see my mistake. Actually there, yeah. I should have gone to stun GK first and then done the fear on Ray. So that was a mistake right there at the open. I wanted to stop Revan from marking Thrawn because I needed to get the fracture up on Ray. But this way did not work either. So, lesson learned, I think. Admittedly, this Ray team, it takes 3 characters from 3 separate teams. I mean, it's Ray, Revan, and GK. So it's 3 teams in one, which is why it's so diesel. So maybe not the most advisable, unless you save enough for offense. So it's all about balance, right? But yeah, generally speaking, I would not combine 3 teams into one, but it clearly worked for Donut Lord because I can't get past this shit. Um, yep. So that's what I get stuck on. I'll just quickly take care of this PH team, and then you'll see me wipe a few more attempts on that Ray before I throw in the towel. Yeah. Yep. That's the life of GAC 3s. You can plan and plan and plan, but if you see something like this, you might be shit out of luck. And again, I misplayed it at the Open. It didn't help things, but it is a serious fucking team, man. I mean, theoretically, you could just place this, right? Cheese the rest of it, and probably still win. Almost definitely still win. Yeah, because this is especially if your GK is really healthy and tanky, and your Revan is pretty fast. Yeah, I mean that's just devastating. Devastating. And I don't have a whole lot left to even go after it anyway, so. So I'm just going to do the BH. At least I'll get that win. Just auto it. But yeah, so it's all about trying to find the balance, and sure, you can look at your opponent's GAC history, but there's no guarantee they're going to place the same team. Yeah, man. 3s is brutal with Legends. It's tolerable in 5s with Legends, but in 3s, it is just fuck. Total fucking slugfest. And then I tried this. I did try this to see if maybe I could get one down. But to no avail. To no avail. There's just not enough DPS. There's just not enough DPS. Bunk. And there's no tank there, so Daka was free. A free kill. I haven't seen the ultimate bugs in my GACs really yet being the operative word. But a number of people have reported the ultimate bugs in Arena, in GAC, and in TW. I have no idea how I have somehow, knock on wood, escaped that, but a number of people have reported it, and it is definitely a concern. I have also seen a number of people, and in fact CG actually addressed it with the auto win banning team with Watt, 3PO, and Hermit Yoda. That's pretty funny. So keep an eye out for that, and I give up.